A security camera in a warehouse captured something that is leaving workers feeling very unnerved. The following video comes from Xalien97, who works as a construction worker at a warehouse where the following video was taken. Ever since showing this footage to his coworkers, they've been feeling scared of their workplace. They're afraid that they will experience this very strange incident. In a short video, Xalien describes what had happened in the footage.
So I work security at this construction site, right? We got all the trucks. We got these real things right here. There you go. One of these. These things are heavy. Just a little backstory. It was a construction worker that he needed help pushing one of these. He says a guy came up to him, another worker, and he says, "I got you. Just guide me and I'll push it for you." So I said, "Okay, cool." So he was guiding him. He kept telling him, back it up, back it up, back it up. And he was pushing it. When they were done, he went around the reel to tell him thank you. And he says that he was gone.
Now, if this wasn't creepy enough, one day, the worker who was in the footage had walked into the main office of the building. Inside, there's a memorial wall with photos of former construction workers. The man looked at one photo, and in it, he saw the man who had helped him push the reel. But here's where things get even more strange. A text below the photo said the following: "In loving memory of Jacob Walker, 1950 to 2015. The following is what was caught on camera that is leaving workers unsettled. Take a look. It now becomes clear as to why workers are left weirded out by this footage. The reel just moves slowly towards the man as if it was being pushed by someone. Based off of the guard's backstory, could it be the spirit of Jacob Walker who was helping the worker push the reel? Or did something else entirely different happen here? Rewatch the clip and see what you think. Now, the following video's original source is a total mystery, but that doesn't prevent it from being creepy. With or without knowing the video's origin, it's still by far very unsettling. The story goes that the man in this video lives in a village in the Swiss Alps. One night, he heard disturbing noises coming from somewhere. He couldn't really tell what it was, but he knew that it was coming from one of the mountains. He couldn't help himself from finding out what is making these noises. The man proceeds to follow the noise, but little did he know, something would be captured that would haunt him forever. This is what he saw.
Ne znam da li je moguće. Ne znam da ste vidli, ili mislim možda što sam sam ovde, kao da mi se učinilo. Ne znam da ste vidli, molim vas zavratite. Ništa se ne vidi. Ništa ne vidim i dalje. Čini mi se kao da je mrdnulo malo.
Upon enhancing and brightening the video, you can make out what appears to be two giant figures moving swiftly in front of the man. They seem to be floating above ground while moving ever so slightly, leaving the man in total shock. It's for this reason that some viewers think that these might have been angels. As stated by the man, he felt peace and harmless vibes from them. Even when looking through an infrared lens, the figures are still there, proving that they're not fake. But it's up to you to come up with your own conclusion. Just what exactly was on top of this mountain? Now this next video was taken by a woman who saw something very alarming in her neighbor's garage. She was taking a walk and glanced at her neighbor's house when out of nowhere, the garage lights started to flicker on and off by themselves. This was strange because the neighbors were out of town during the time this video was taken. Upon seeing the lights flicker by themselves, the woman grabs her camera and records the following. What was captured is just downright creepy. Take a look. As if seeing the lights flicker wasn't creepy enough, this happens. A shadowy figure darts back and forth across the garage before suddenly stopping to peek at the woman. Naturally, the woman was left speechless. If her neighbors were out of town, then who, or even what, was this? Feel free to let me know your thoughts on this one. On March 23rd of 2023, a motorcyclist was driving through an off-road trail somewhere in Oregon when something extremely freaky was caught on camera. This trail, according to him, gives bad vibes. Now the motorcyclist, whose name is Eden, has been here before, but he states that ever since he came back, he senses something different about these woods. Now during his first time here, nothing unusual had occurred, but fast forward to a few months later and Eden decides to travel farther into this path until he suddenly stops to find a fallen tree branch blocking the rest of the trail. The next thing that happens has spooked Eden out of his mind. This is what was caught.
That's kind of creepy. Go this way. This is where most people would turn around. If you turn around, you never get to see what's on the other side. That's where all the gold is waiting over there. Could be missing out what's on the other side.
All of a sudden, the sound of someone or something approaching Eden can be heard far in the distance. Now it could be that a bobcat was lurking towards him preparing for attack, which could explain the bones all over the trail. Eden thinks that something else was approaching him, perhaps something supernatural. Fearing for his life, Eden desperately starts the bike and leaves the woods. But if this wasn't creepy enough, a few months later, Eden decides to return to this path. But unlike before, something far more terrifying happens. This is what was captured.
Oh god, bones are still here. I don't like this at all. Oh god, there's even more bones than last time. It's been a few months since I filmed the last video, because honestly I've just been too scared to come up here. Definitely a lot more overgrown than last time. I'm hoping that since it's been such a long time that I don't think anything will happen this time. I think that tree is actually gone. This road's been cleared. Looks like we've already passed it a while ago, but that tree is gone. Oh! It's just dark as hell in here. I'm probably gonna turn around soon. Oh, there's two ways. Holy crap, dude, this trail goes on forever. It just got really quiet really fast. Yeah, that was my cue to go. That was my cue to leave.
Like something out of a horror movie, the woods mysteriously go quiet when out of nowhere, Eden sees what appears to be a tall, misty figure crouching towards him. Upon seeing this entity, Eden tries to catch his breath and start the bike, but even more unsettling, the bike doesn't start. Eventually it does, at which point Eden heads out of there terrified beyond belief. It's not clear as to who or even what this was, but viewers think that a skinwalker was stalking Eden. It might have been watching Eden the entire time he was recording. But one thing's for sure though, Eden is never coming back to this place ever again. Now this next video comes from Lorely Gons, who received a disturbing video from her cousin-in-law. The girl in this video is her cousin-in-law's daughter, who was about 10 years old when the following video was taken. Her daughter was doing a show and tell video of a kitchen playset she was given, when something extremely unnerving happened.
Hola loberistas, hoy estamos en un nuevo video para mi canal y hoy voy a estar mostrando las cositas, tenedores y todas las cositas de cocina.
Now the daughter usually does videos of her showing off new toys or pretend play videos. We can see her doing just that, but later on, this was captured. Have a look.
Bueno, empecemos. Primero tengo este cuchillo, es muy lindo. Pues tengo esto que es como para cortar pizza, creo. ¿Sí? Pues tengo esto, cuchara, una cuchilla filosa. Ahora tengo dos tenedores así, uno rosita, igual que el cuchillo que mostré al principio. No sé si lo mostré al principio. Y este tenedor amarillo. Pues tener... Se me está cayendo todo. Perdón, se me está cayendo todo. Dos cuchillos amarillos iguales. Después, las tacitas. Tengo esta tacita rosita y esta tacita como fucsia. Huevo, ¿sí?
It now becomes clear as to why Lorely was shaken up after watching this video. The doll's arm starts moving by itself. The girl pauses upon seeing this, and right when it happened in front of her, she bolts out of the room in terror. Now the cousin-in-law's daughter is now 14 years old, and this video still haunts her to this day. Just how exactly did the doll move on its own? In the following video, a man is recording a large crowd of people who are looking at something beneath a bridge. The person recording doesn't know what is going on, but based on many people's reactions, it appears that something pretty disturbing just happened. Now the person vaguely describes what's going on as his voice trembles in fear. The video then cuts to black. Now, it wasn't until a few months later that someone else had posted footage online. The video shows what had actually happened that day. Take a look. Apparently, a car accident had occurred here where unfortunately the driver did not survive the crash. But ever since posting the footage, there's something else about it that is leaving people even more terrified. Only seconds after the accident, this was caught on camera. The video shows what looks to be a tall, dark figure standing on top of the truck. It seems to be overlooking the accident while standing completely still in the truck without losing its balance. It's for this reason that many believe that this was the Grim Reaper. Now, the bridge itself, which is located in El Salvador, is known for claiming the lives of many people, which is why this bridge is known as the Death Curve. So then, was death itself caught on camera? Or was something else entirely different caught instead? On May 27th of 2014, a security camera in a store captured something disturbing. Now, the store itself is in Brazil, and it's best known for selling electronic items for low prices. But not only that, the store is also said to be haunted. Employees have seen misty white figures floating above ground or even encounter items moving on their own. But out of all the occurrences caught on tape, this one is by far the creepiest. A group of employees are looking over the security cameras when they see something that catches their attention. This is what was caught.
Tá aqui, pô, tá não. Não, lá vem, ó. Tá vendo? Lá no cantinho, ó. Lá no cantinho, ó. Daí, ó. Tá vendo?
Jesus da glória é uma pessoa com manto.
Não, ele tá muito alto.
Olha aí,
tá
flutuando, tá flutuando agora, tá flutuando.
Tá na mesma altura que ele não faz na mão. Será daquela TV lá?
Ele não tem pé não, ó.
Isso aí já é flutuando. Foi aquela
flutuando.
que ele disparou lá.
Foi. Mas não vem aqui não, pô.
Meu Deus do céu.
Já.
Cara, ele é muito grande, bicho.
Ele vai sumir ali, ele vai sumir, ó. Ó, ele some, né?
There appears to be a tall, mysterious figure slowly making its way down the aisle before disappearing. But there's something very off about this figure. It appears to be cloaked in a white garment while floating above ground. But even more chilling, it doesn't seem to have feet or even legs. For all of these observations, employees of the store are certain that this was something supernatural in nature. But as always, what's your stance on this? Ghost or not? Let me know what you think. Now, this next video was submitted by Armando Caesar, who states that he has no idea where this video came from. As with most videos, this one's original source is unknown. But after a few days of doing research, the woman recording this video is a house cleaner who's been cleaning a very old house for weeks. She believes that this house is haunted, as she states that every night she usually cleans the house. She swears that she can hear footsteps and voices coming from the second floor. Now, even though no one believed her, she decided to record herself cleaning, but with the lights off, in the hopes that doing so will convince the spirit to make itself known. Little did she know that this would be a bad idea. This is what was caught.
Have I to really cope there? Oh! What? God. You can't scare me, you bastard, I'm coming. For Alan. To prove that it is top at banister. Hello, Pauline, I'm shitting myself. Sounds like there's something in that bedroom. I'm up to the top of the stairs. Top of the... Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh. Ah! Ah! Oh. I can hear a noise in the background, but it's in that cupboard, and it is the airing cupboard. So that's where the boiler is, and it sounds like it's just, someone's just come up at the back of me. F***ing door. Bollocks. Now I want to go back down now. Right, I've just shut door. I've just shut door. Bed, I'm going to sit on the foot. I daren't move. Do you know if I weren't shitting me then? Ah! Ah! I want to go down.
While trying her best to remain calm, this happens. The door opens on its own and the woman states that something touched her. But the door opening and closing by itself without her even noticing is without a doubt pretty creepy. But what happens later on leaves the woman in total shock. Be sure to look closely, as it happens really fast.
Will you open the door for me, please? I have just seen something. I have just seen something. Right, that's it. I'm off down. I can't take no more. I am off frigging down.
Upon seeing a pale-looking figure standing in the doorway, the woman calls it a night and leaves the house. It darts away immediately after the woman pans the camera towards it. With all that has happened, it's accurate to say that this was all paranormal in nature. It seems that this very old house is really haunted. But as always, what do you think? Paranormal or not? It's the middle of the night, and a man named Daniel Palomino was walking alone inside an empty plaza when something downright creepy was caught on camera. It was during a live stream he was hosting when this happened. Now Daniel usually does live streams during the dead of night and walks to empty places. But what happened while he was exploring a plaza, something really freaky happened. Now the plaza itself is said to be haunted, as many say that people can hear children whispering, and one day, a casino caught on fire, killing many people. Now this was strange because right when Daniel walked in here, he smelled something burning. Not sure what to do, Daniel continues to explore through the mall, but fast forward to a few minutes, and this was captured.
Oye, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué? ¿O es un diente o es un gato? ¿Qué mierda es eso, güey? O sea, que se acerca, huevón. ¿Qué chucha es eso? Oye, ¿me acerco? Ni cagando, voy a grabar algo. Oye, ¿qué chucha es eso? Está que camina, huevón. Está que camina.
Although it's hard to see at first, you can make out what appears to be a small figure slowly lurking towards Daniel. Daniel stops in his tracks and scurries into a different section of the plaza. Although creepy, it's what happens next that's beyond strange. Watch.
Gente. ¿Qué pasó? Gente, se apagó todo.
There appears to be a small plush toy on the staircase. Daniel saw this and he couldn't help but think that this was the small figure he'd seen earlier. But as if that wasn't creepy enough, a pale-looking face can be seen by the doll. To this day, Daniel has no idea what he actually saw, and neither do the people in the live stream. Just who or what was this, and how exactly was the doll following Daniel? Let me know your thoughts on this one. This next video comes from Brandon Costa, who was woken up by a strange noise in his house. He takes out his phone and records the following on camera. It goes without saying, but what was captured is just downright terrifying. Now, according to Brandon, he had played with the Ouija board prior to this incident. Because of this, many believe that something paranormal happened here. This is his video.
¡Ay, cabrón! No manches. ¿Qué era eso? No. Ay, no manches.
All of a sudden, a face can be seen peeking at Brandon from behind the curtain. Scared out of his mind, he checks to see who's there, but he finds nobody. But then, as Brandon speed walks into his room, the door quickly closes on its own. Brandon believes that this was something paranormal in nature and had something to do with the Ouija board, but whether paranormal or not, this video remains a mystery. In the following video, a man is exploring a house that is said to be extremely cursed. The man recording is anonymously known as S, and he has broken into this house after being requested by a family member to investigate. Now, the family who lived here mysteriously went missing. Nobody is certain how or why they disappeared, but most believe that something pretty terrible happened to them. It is said that the grandmother was locked up in a small room where unfortunately she decomposed. After years of all this happening, the daughter shared CCTV footage of what was going on after they went missing. Take a look. It appears that a very strange phenomenon is going on in this home. The daughter shared the disturbing footage and started to reach out for people who can investigate. After getting the email, a psychic known as S breaks into the property by entering through a window. He goes in and feels an ominous vibe. But fast forward to a few minutes and something extremely terrifying was caught on camera. This is what was caught. Upon hearing the front door being knocked by its handle, Es slowly walks towards it as the knocking becomes louder. He stands in silence while seemingly trying to stay calm. But it was right at that moment that something far more terrifying was caught. As Es pans the camera towards the hallway, a tall, shadowy figure is seen entering a room. It immediately walks away when Es flashes the camera towards it. Even more chilling is that it was probably there stalking him the entire time. Es sees this and walks toward the room where he was spotted, but he finds nobody. So then, what exactly is going on in this house? For more information on this story, check out the channel Fourth Wall, where other paranormal clips can be found. This next video comes from Rochelle G, who while exploring an abandoned house in Florida, something very strange was caught on camera. The house in question used to belong to an old couple known as the Evinrudes, but one day, something very unfortunate happened. The couple was inside resting when out of nowhere, an intruder broke in and killed them both. The Evinrudes family was devastated upon hearing about this, so they decide not to rent out the house in respect for the couple. But after a few years, the Evinrudes family changed their minds. But renters complained about drastic temperature changes, and they were even spooked by seeing shadowy figures in their house. Right now, the house remains abandoned until a woman named Rochelle goes in to investigate. What happens later on is just downright creepy. Rochelle continues to explore, but what happens next has left her completely spooked. This is what was caught. Be sure to look closely as it happens really fast. There appears to be a silhouette of a hand suddenly disappearing after Rochelle pans the flashlight towards the room. She walks towards where it was spotted, but she finds no one, proving that there was no squatter captured. Now it's worth mentioning that the hand was seen at the exact spot where Mrs. Evinrude had passed away. Knowing this, Rochelle thinks that the spirit of Mrs. Evinrude was caught on tape. But as always, what's your stance on this? Ghost or not? Feel free to let me know your thoughts down below. In a previous video, I talked about a woman named Lauren Combs who lives in an isolated house where unusual activity has been taking place. Well, just recently, Lauren had posted some new videos, and just like before, these videos are beyond intense. Now if you don't remember, Lauren has had countless occurrences caught on camera, from the doorbell going off by itself, to whatever this was that was caught in her backyard, and all her dogs acting strange. Lauren has had her fair share of scary encounters, but it would be her most recent videos that stand out from the rest. Unlike her other videos, these ones are just beyond terrifying. On one occasion, Lauren is out front talking with her boyfriend on the phone, when seconds later, this happens.
Hey, when you coming over? I gotta wait for my
not leaving out my work clothes.
Okay, that's fair. Well, do you want me to just make something here?
What do you have?
I mean, like pizzas or maybe chicken nuggets, nothing crazy.
Do you have ranch at your house?
No, can you bring your ranch?
Pretty much.
Come on.
Dude, my door just closed.
Is that the slam sound?
Yes. And it's locked.
What the fuck?
I just got locked out of my house.
Is there anyone there?
Yes, nobody's here.
That's kind of scary. Where's the door?
Luna! Luna's inside by herself. I don't even see her in there.
Well,
Hang on.
Anything rash? Lady? Hello? Oh, she's nudged.
The front door forcefully shuts on its own. Fearing for her dogs, Lauren enters the house through the back door, when out of nowhere, the back door closes on its own. Following that, the doorbell continuously rings on its own. This may just be the scariest encounter she's ever had, to the point where she and her dog stayed at her boyfriend's house for a few nights until she was ready to come back. But right when she returned, something was captured that left her paralyzed with fear. This is her video.
Luna, come here. Sit. Come here. Can't see.
After hearing someone tapping on the window, Lauren opens the window but finds nobody after checking everywhere. But this may have been a bad idea, as right after, a disembodied voice is heard close to the camera. If you listen closely, you can make out a voice that sounds like it's saying hey or hi. The activity in Lauren's home continues to get more intense, and Lauren doesn't know what to do. But until more footage is brought forth, these videos remain a mystery.